had a very beautiful community. A Trump-Putin meeting looked like it was happening earlier today. Now it looks like it may not be happening. It might look like it's happening again a few hours from now. But either way, analyzing the prospect of it gives us a bit of clarity about where Trump and Putin are today in early August 2025 on the Ukraine war. I've written a very short piece for us, which we'll read through together now in just 3 or 4 minutes. If you want to access it in writing, go and subscribificate to my Substackification via the link below, immediately below this video. Rapid notes on a Trump-Putin meeting, which may or may not happen. Trump and Putin. Trump doesn't want to be tough on Putin. Putin doesn't want to use tough language about Trump. Both would relish a meeting. For Putin, a meeting boosts his global and local status. For Trump, it feeds his narcissistic supply. Putin is Trump's object of narcissistic idealization. Now Putin's position. Rumors today kind of suggest, from commentators, also in private, that the Kremlin may be changing its position slightly, softening its position slightly. I don't believe that. Current rumors claim the Kremlin softened its stance. I'm not persuaded. In my analysis, Putin still wants 5 things. Political control over Ukraine, number 1. 2, to use Ukraine as a lever to destabilize the West. 3, to weaponize the process of negotiations as a means of winning the war. 4, to contemplate, for now faintly, Plan C+, to contemplate faintly ending the war, stopping the war as a way to win it, by restarting it later or creating a low-threshold challenge to NATO's Article 5. A lot of compelling pieces have been written about how well defended the Baltics are. I believe that they do make a compelling case. What I don't believe is that the conclusion they come with, that it therefore can't happen. 5, Putin wants to keep asking the question, if I fight for 3 more months, will Ukraine be in a weaker position than it is today? And Putin's current answer is yes, and it's certainly not obvious that he's wrong. Next section, Putin's mistake. Constrained by an excess of caution, and yes, Putin is radical, sort of mystically escalatory in aim, but he's actually cautious in method, despite what he did in Feb 2022. So despite an excess of caution, or rather constrained by a lack of caution and a lack of imagination, Putin has failed to grasp the following, and we'll talk about this in more detail. Settling for less in Ukraine and securing partial reintegration with the West would actually give Putin an extraordinary opportunity to undermine us from within, accelerating our democratic decline and accelerating the realignment of the West via electing various kinds of post-truth authoritarian populists with Moscow ideologically. What happens next? In the very short term, Putin's aim may be to get Trump to back a proposal Ukraine can't accept and then turn on Ukraine when it refuses. In the medium term, Kremlin maximalism keeps a sustainable peace out of reach. But there is an unlovely drift in the air, and it's not nice. And that's that if the war were to stop, it may well stop through a deal struck between Russia and the US first, with Ukraine and Europe initially left on the sidelines, something we don't want to happen. Lots of love, beautiful community.